Build legacy wealth with apartments. Welcome, I'm Terry Moore, and I'm focused on your success. There are 5 reasons why San Diego apartments are a low-risk way to build wealth. First, San Diego has an immense demand for apartment investments. Each year, there's thousands of potential investors who explore the market. They've got the cash and they've got the desire. That high number of potential investors limits the risk, yet only about 400 apartment buildings sell annually. Second, there are significant barriers to new construction. The San Diego apartment market is almost foolproof. In the last 30 years, there have only been a few years where the construction was enough to meet the demand. Unlike Vegas or Phoenix or Dallas or most other Western cities, San Diego's not been overbuilt for more than a generation. There's less risk when there's no overbuilding. Next, our existing inventory of product provides a steady stream of trade-up investors. San Diego has a large supply of relatively small properties and very few assets that are over 100 units. Each year, there are thousands of rental houses and thousands of rental condos that sell. Likewise, there's hundreds of duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes that sell. All of those investors can either pay the taxes now, maybe a third of their profit, or they can trade up to a tax-deferred exchange. Many of those investors buy bigger rentals. That pent-up demand of buyers steadies the market. It keeps the values high. So once an investor gets on this conveyor belt, the number and the size of rentals almost guarantees success for San Diego apartments. Fourth, lenders prefer apartments. Even during the Great Recession, investors could finance apartments. Apartment rates are lower than other commercial property. Last, apartments cash flow is much easier than other commercial properties. Over the last 20 years, our apartment occupancy has averaged 95%. In other words, had 5% vacancy. When you look at office or retail, they've had from 10 to 20% vacancy. Also, the internet and the web don't threaten apartments, but retail is losing ground to the internet. Warehouse is less important in San Diego than it was 20 years ago. Manufacturing is a smaller part of our economy than it was in our parents' generation. And 20 years ago, there was almost twice as much space per office worker as there is now. In other words, the technological advances increase the risk of other types of income property, but they don't harm multiple family. So, to summarize, there are 5 advantages. There's a huge demand for San Diego apartments. There's significant barriers to new competition that makes apartments almost foolproof. There are thousands of owners of smaller assets who are going to trade up. They do a tax-deferred exchange. Fourth, lenders love apartments. And fifth, the cash flow is easier. To learn more about building your wealth through apartments, contact ACI, Apartment Consultants, Inc. Our first name is Apartments. I'm Terry Moore, and I'm focused on your success.